What is going on, my amazing NF family, my amazing Outcast and Retro Squad? This is your boy Retro Quin, and today we will be checking out NF Washed Up. And we already checked out Fear off of his new EP. We have that up on the channel, and I gotta say, man, absolute 10 out of 10 from NF. And a lot of y'all were telling me that I gotta follow it up with Washed Up. And I think y'all say that I can kind of go in any order from there, or it really don't matter or something like that. But y'all let me know the next song that y'all want me to check out from the EP, and I'll make sure to get it up on the channel. But we finna go ahead and check it out. NF Washed Up.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am, I ain't gonna be no puppet? Where's that tell it like it is, don't let the label hush you? Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget? Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it, I ain't changing nothing. Yeah, where's that person at? You see him, tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him, tell him that I miss the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back. Yeah, dropping trash. Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'd be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed. Am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
This is crazy.
The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old...
Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I told y'all I love to, just kind of get a feel for it. Let the song breathe for a minute and kind of see what direction NF going in. But I gotta say, man, like, same thing that I said when I checked out his Fear music video. But like, really with NF, even without giving us like a music video, he is very descriptive with, how he places his words in his songs and stuff. And you can really just kind of visualize exactly what he's saying. But when he put these, he adds these videos to it, it's just like it turns it into something totally different. But in a good way though. But it's just like with these videos, man, it gives the lyrics so much more life, man. And like it's really almost like I'm just following along with a story, or just reading a book. Like I told y'all from the NF journey when we went through it. It's just like everything is building on top of one another, and then like even just bringing this song, tying it into the last song, cause when we checked out Fear, it was kind of him letting us know that he reintroduced fear back into his life, or some kind of way fear crept back in, and it's taking him back down that dark road, giving him that dark spiral that he was getting out of once we got through with the Hope album and stuff. And it's like now I'm falling back into that. And he gave us so much stuff within this first half of the song, and I do want to bring it back to the top just so we can kind of follow along and talk about a couple of these things. But he said some real profound stuff right here in this, like really in these opening lines. This is amazing. And see, like, even right here from the very opening, like it's giving us like this real dark, eerie vibe, and almost as if he's walking back out of that church, or that setting that it was in when we left off at Fear towards the end, where like fear was kind of engulfing him and stuff like that. And now it's like I said, it's like he walking out of that, but we getting like these angelic vibes. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like kind of on his hands and knees, or something to the effect of where he was praying to God in a sense, And like, you know, now we got these angelic voices singing and stuff, and you know, just the way that he's setting his tone, like real dark, real eerie type vibes and stuff, man. So really just picking right up where he left off and just allowing us to continue that journey and continue that story with him, and you know, just kind of bringing us behind the curtains of what he's dealing with in his life.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am, I ain't gonna be no puppet? Where's that tell it like it is, don't let the label hush it? Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget? Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it, I ain't changing nothing.
See, like right there, like I was saying, like it's so much profound stuff that he giving us. And, you know, even just tying in that puppet analogy from, you know, when he said before, like, he's not going to be controlled by the industry. He's not going to be controlled by, you know, what other people say or think. He's going to continue to stay on his path and do his own thing, because that's what, you know, got him to this point. And, you know, like you have a lot of people that saying like, you know, NF always talking about depressed stuff or, you know, dark stuff. And, you know, like I always say, like people have to understand these artists are human beings at the end of the day, and they go through stuff just like we go through stuff. And you know, of course he has good days, he has bad days, just like we do, good and bad days. But you know, when he going through that dark period of his life, you know, it really takes a lot of courage to even, you know, put this stuff on Front Street so that the world can see it. And which, you know, for all we know, life might be great for him right now. Like, and like the thing that makes him great, along with a lot of other artists, you know, they able to, you know, go through a storm, come out on the other side. But you know, when they give us this music and stuff, it's just them kind of, you know, kind of putting that behind them in a sense, and you know, even coping and just dealing with that to be able to continue to go forward. But like I said, this could be something that he went through, we could just say years ago. Like, I mean, obviously we, you know, we like the people that follow him a lot closer, y'all would be able to kind of keep up with the timeline a little better. But you know, just kind of hypothetically speaking, like this stuff that he could have been went through, and like, you know, now he's at a state of mind to where he could actually, you know, share that with his audience, so to speak. But you know, just him talking about that overall hunger, that drive, that desire, like it's just like he asking himself, like, where is that? Am I changing? Have I become the one thing that I said that I wouldn't become? Or have I become that one thing that I never wanted to be? Because it's, you know, when he was talking about like the struggle with fame and stuff like that, and, you know, him kind of poking fun at it in a sense at one point, like, you know, when we're going through like that model era and like, you know, like around that time and stuff, like, you know, like I said, just him kind of making fun of fame, because it's like, you know, once you get it, then that hunger and that drive, that passion is gone, because you've worked so hard to get it, and now you have it. So it's easy to get in that state of complacency. But you know, you have to continue to set those marks and continue to, you know, move the goalposts in a sense, because you don't want to become complacent. And that's kind of like, you know, what he's saying right here, like, you know, what happened to that desire, like that burning fire that I had inside me, like it's like I'm changing in a sense, man. And like he battling with that right now.
About the radio, if they don't like the song, then don't play it, I ain't changing nothing. Yeah, where's that person at? You see him, tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him, tell him that I miss the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back.
Gotta find myself.
Yeah, dropping trash. Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'll be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed. Am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it?
See, this, I feel like this part was so profound right here too, because especially like, when he just mentioned like, have he lost it? Cause, us going through the journey together, and like he just constantly on that journey for hope, finding that hope, peace, all of that stuff. And it's like he had the map, and everything seemed like it was, looking up, everything on the bright side. But he was like pretty much just saying right here, like, I want to find myself. But he ended up digging again, get down into the bottom. You could see a hand holding the map, but when he opens the map, it's blank. And to me, that kind of symbolizes like, I've lost hope. So now I'm on that search again. And, like I said, it's one of those things where it's minimum words right now, but it's just so profound, especially for the ones that's followed the journey and, just kind of know everything that NF is about and stuff. Like, to see this moment right here, like it's really speaking volumes right now. And like, it just make you wonder, like, where are we headed now?
On the brink of something great, or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves?
This is crazy, man.
Or am I washed up? The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. One wrong move and career is dying. Yeah, can I revive it? Did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass, or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen, or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone, or am I?
Golly, I don't think y'all, I mean, I don't want to say that because I know y'all understand, but just the power behind a song like this, man. And then, like I said, him giving us these visual representations, because, we talked about him battling fear, him fighting fear, and for him to be able to like physically portray that so that we can see it in real time. Like, because it's one thing to say I'm battling fear or I'm fighting fear, but it's another thing to actually be going against, fear, dressed in all black, portraying fear as a human being, and like him physically fighting and, being tossed around and stuff. And, he posed the question, like, did the money that the label give me cause my fire to go out? Like, my burning desire, like, did that money, the fame, like, did all of that eventually make me like, like just mellow out in a sense? Or like, am I still climbing? Have I reached my peak yet? And I feel like he ain't nowhere near the end. He is steadily going up. And like, for him to give us these, masterpieces like this, it just speaks volumes to who he is. And like, he reminds me, which I feel like I've said this before, but, and not comparing him or anything, but when you got like a J. Cole type, those type of artists who they don't have to drop as often, but when they drop, everything around them stops. And I feel like NF is one of those artists where like we don't get a lot of music, like a ton of music from him, but when he drops, or even like, him announcing that he has music on the way, it's like everything kind of pauses for a second. And then when he drop, it's all eyes on him. So it's like, no, you haven't peaked yet. You haven't plateaued. Like, you are steadily going up. And it's like the sky is really the limit. Like, you don't, like, we don't know where this gonna go, man. But for him to give us this visual representation, man, it's so crazy. It's crazy.
The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth,
Man.
I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. When wrong move and career is dying. Yeah,
Golly,
can I revive it? Did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone or am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it?
golly, man.
Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
And see, like even me seeing that ending scene right there, because obviously we seen, you know, him battling with fear. You know, fear, it appears that he lost to fear. And then we got, you know, him being buried. But then right there at the end, it almost made me feel like he defeated fear. Like he had a short battle with it, but it making me feel like he defeated it. And something is telling me that even though it appeared that he was being buried, NF was burying that fear again. And I feel like that's him standing there with the keys in his hand. But I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm gonna need my research department to let me know. But I do want y'all to let me know also which song should I check out next from the EP, because I haven't listened to it yet. What I wanted to do was just go through and check out each one individually along with you all. And then once I get them all up on the channel, then I'll just go back and, you know, like just really enjoy it without any reacting. You know, I could just sit back and just really like soak it all in, man. But it's just crazy to me, like how NF is able to just put such masterpieces together like this, man. But like I said, y'all definitely keep me in the loop on everything. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section how y'all feel about even fear, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this particular song right here, and you know, like which route or which direction do you all feel NF is going with it. But I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay positive and stay smiling. And without further ado, this is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.